Every year, REPP hosts a conference, and this year, over 400 real estate media business owners came together to connect, to learn, and to just grow their business. While I was there, I asked tons of people what their number one tip would be for a real estate photographer, and these are their responses.
All right, my number one tip for real estate photographers is to get some type of delivery software. I started out years ago using just a Dropbox link. Once I switched to a delivery software and scheduling software, that freed up so much of my time, not chasing invoices, not worrying about trying to figure out drive times across town. All of that's completely taken care of. I use Spiro. There's also other vendors that are provided, but it has been a game changer for me.
Hey guys, I'm Tyler, and my number one tip for real estate photographers is truly understanding where your business stands as far as revenue and able to take that and know when to hire. For me, the biggest step was VAs. When I came here last year for 2024 Rep Conference, I did not really have any VAs. I wasn't utilizing my hiring, but leaving that conference, I went straight home, hired more VAs, more photographers, and was able to grow my business from 30,000 to 60,000 just a year later. So it truly is important to know where you stand with your business.
A tip that I've been doing recently is with auto HDR, it only costs, it's not even $3 to make a virtual twilight. So anytime I do a first shoot for a client, I always just give them a virtual twilight for free. And so often they end up using that as their hero shot for the first photo that they put on their listing. So it's a good way to get some extra value to your clients.
If I'm ever feeling stuck or uninspired, one thing that I do is I make sure that I'm still in work mode. So what that means is being in front of my computer, looking at new trends, what's going on in the industry, and just being open to what's out there. Maybe I'm going through the rep group. Maybe I'm going through YouTube. Maybe I'm going through our CRM, seeing how we can implement stuff. I find that if I'm just sitting at my desk, ideas will come to me. If I'm sitting at my computer, I'm not, doom scrolling or anything like that. I will find stuff to do. So if you're ever just feeling uninspired, just sit down, look at your computer, see what kind of continuing ed is out there, and just kind of make yourself go after it.
My name's Dominique Hill. I run Real Dependable Media in Delaware. My number one tip for real estate media providers is never underestimate the power of free. Free shoots are the way to go. Never stop doing them. Always go after it. Lead generation, just building your clientele.
One of my tips for like if you're a newer real estate photographer in town is finding out what real estate agents' pain points are with other photographers, and it's going to do those first and making sure you're being the different side of it. So if it's maybe turning on lights, helping them turn on lights before the shoot, or helping clean up or organize, do those things and stand out in that way. It's just figuring out what their pain points are so that way you can offer that and make that first.
All right. My number one tip would be don't start from scratch. For us, we started in coaching. We did exactly what they told us to do. Our motto was shut up and color. In other words, don't get creative. Don't take what they give you and try to figure out how to do something different. We did exactly what we were told. And one of the things I always think of, I spent a lot of years teaching myself to play guitar. The second that I went to a guitar teacher, I thought, why didn't I do this forever ago? And it's the same thing with this. Get coaching, cut the shortcuts, go get it done.
Shut up and color.
Shut up and color.
My name is Billy Leishman. Been in business for a little over 3 years. And the best tip that I've gotten has come from Todd and the WOW team. And that has been to build relationships with your clients, and that is the sales funnel. Is that no digital ad, no amount of marketing, from your house on your computer is going to work. You have to be out there in the field, in person, face to face, and making these people not just your clients, but your friends as well. Be a friend to them, learn how to serve them on that intimate, personal level. And that is your sales funnel. That's your marketing and sales funnel. And that will lead to long-lasting client relationships.
Number one tip for starting a real estate media business is to go above and beyond for clients and to make the client care experience a white glove experience and something that they'll never want to leave.
All right, my tip is to handle your financials as early as possible and as organized as possible. Set up a business bank account. This is more than one tip, but also either get a bookkeeper or stay on top of your bookkeeping as best you can, because the health of the business is in the profit. And if you're spending all your money, you have none.
I'm Tyler. I'm with Sold Media Group. I have my partner over here. We're in Phoenix, Arizona. I've been in business now for about a year and a half, and he just started about 6 months ago. I trained him up, and he started his own business. And about a month ago, we finally actually became partners. We just ended last month at 15K, which just blows my mind. When I first started this, I was in college, and I'm still in college at ASU, and I was like, there's no way I'm even going to get to the point where I'm making 5K. And what I want to talk about today for the tip is doing the work when you can't see the results. Basically walking by faith rather than by sight. Because when you're doing these free shoots and you're following coaching and you're following everything else that you know you need to be doing, it's hard to believe that it's going to work. It's hard to believe it when you're paying for editing, when you're paying to get an LLC set up, and you're just basically throwing your money out there and nothing is coming out of it. But I'm telling you, just do not become weary in doing good. Do not become weary in putting the work in when you don't see the results. If you can just stretch out that reward like horizon, you're going to get there and it's all going to work out. Do the right things for the right reasons and the money will come no matter what.
Here is my pro tip, probably going to be the best tip that you're going to get in this entire video. My tip to absolutely crush it in real estate media is pet the dog. Let me explain. A lot of people, when you walk into a shoot and you're ready, you're eager to take these photos, a lot of people tend to just jump right into the photos and they kind of completely acknowledge petting the dog. In this example, the dog is the house. So what I recommend you do is drop your gear off at the front door, and before you even touch that camera, walk around the house and pet the dog. The house is the dog. If the homeowners are there, acknowledge how much work that they did to make the house look incredible. If the agent staged the house, let them know, oh my God, the staging is incredible. These photos are gonna be amazing. Pet the dog. Walk around, do a tour of the house, and just compliment the house. Compliment, oh my God, the flooring is so cool. Oh, this kitchen is incredible. Wow, this whole bit. So pet that dog. And if you can do that, if you pet the dog every single time, your referrals will just go through the roof. You're gonna absolutely crush it. So when you start getting into real estate media, you start shooting those homes, make sure you pet that dog.
Here's my number one tip. You have to be the authority. Agents want to be told what to do, and you have to be the expert in your market. You need to know what question to ask, when to say it. You need to take charge of the shoot. That's what agents are looking for. They want to partner with you, and it's going to take you being the authority to get them to like and trust you and to refer you.
If I was a brand new photographer, videographer in real estate, what I would focus on is creating content, not just posting your cool videos, your photos, but posting about yourself, who you are, your story. People connect with you and not just the video.
Hey, I'm John Weaver with Omnivista Productions. I gotta say, for every new photographer, real estate media person out there, look, you have time in your day that is spent on things that don't matter. Whether it's TV, social media, things like that. If you carve out that time and set it aside, you will be amazed by what's possible in your business. I started our business being full-time in another job, just starting a side gig, and it's grown. Now we passed over 70,000 in a month, and all that's possible when you choose to just buckle down, spend your time on things that matter, revenue generating action. So go for it, you got this.
My number one tip, if you're just starting out in real estate media, would be to surround yourself with like-minded people, get in community with people who are doing the same stuff. It's a friendly environment. Be the small fish in the sea. Get around people who are doing bigger and better things than you, things that you look up to, and just learn from them.
So my number one tip for anyone that's going to try this or do it that are new is just go for it. The photos are going to be good enough. The realtors want you. They want your personality, your energy, your charisma. The photos are secondary. So if you ever feel like you have imposter syndrome or you're like, oh, I'm just going to wait until I'm good enough. No, jump in, do it, kill it. You'll be great.
Hello, my name is Kelvin. I'm from Wendell and Anthony Media. My number one tip for real estate photographers is do not wait too long to hire. I did the same thing, and I definitely limited my growth. So, hey, don't be afraid. Hire that first photographer, and let's get going.
How's it going? My number one tip for photographers, real estate photographers, would be to don't overcomplicate anything that you're doing, whether it be for video, photos, or anything. Keep it simple. You're going to make your life so much easier, and you're going to enjoy your business.
All right, so if you are a newbie in real estate photography, one tip I would give you is focus entirely on customer acquisition as early as you can. Obviously, you have to learn the trade. You got to listen to the GOAT, Eli, and all of his content, his free content that he gives out there, and look into his premium content as well. And that should give you a solid foundation.
Hello, my name is Brendan. I'm the co-owner of Sold Media Group, and my tip is a famous quote that Alex Hormozy said was, "Volume negates luck." I feel like especially when it comes to client acquisition, cold calling, Instagram DMs, you can shoot as many as you want, and then you'll feel like really discouraging when you don't get a lot of replies back. But you just got to know, you got to stay consistent and disciplined in doing it, and it'll reward yourself. It'll pay off.
Hey everybody, my name is Matt. I am the owner of Showcase Visuals based out of Middle Tennessee. And one thing that I would suggest for you, if you're looking to get involved with REPP or you're looking for tips with REPP, is just to go all in. Definitely get involved with it. Learn as much as you can, get absorbed with all the material. You can start with no information whatsoever about how to be a real estate photographer in any capacity. But they will teach you exactly what to use, exactly how to do everything.
Hey everybody, it's Tony with List Vantage out of Central Florida. I'm here at REPP 2025, and my one piece of advice for you as a real estate photographer would be this. I met a man actually in Orlando, his name is Cotton Grammer, and he told me this quote one time. At the time I asked him, hey, what's your advice for me? I'm a young aspiring entrepreneur, and what would you tell me? And that's what I'm gonna share with you, is he made $800,000 a month, 93% margins, but his entire team was VAs overseas. And so that's my advice to you guys is go all in on a VA. Get a full-time VA as soon as humanly possible.
Hi, my name's Stan with Vibrant Heights. I own Vibrant Heights out of Stillwater, Oklahoma. And one of the things that we've been doing recently is filming at brokers' opens. So we'll actually have people pay like $250 an hour for us to be on site. And then they want to give away value to other realtors to get them to come to their brokers' opens. And so they'll give away agent intro. So we'll film a base video and we'll charge for that. And then $250 while we're there. And then we get to meet and work with a bunch of new agents while we're there that come to the brokers' open. So it's basically getting paid for client acquisition. And we've done several of those this year, and they've been really good just to meet new agents, get to work with new people, and they get to kind of see what it looks like to work with you as a business, as a person. So it's basically getting paid for client acquisition. So it's been really good for us.
Hi, my name is Jericho, and this is my wife Clarissa. We're with Evoke Media in the Bay Area. My number one tip is, especially when you're starting, and if you want to grow fast, don't just offer free photos. Offer free packages. That way they want to keep coming back and expecting the package, and your AOV is going to turn out to be higher.
My number one tip is don't wait too long to hire.
Hi, we're Donna and Ashley with Lux Homes Media. We've been in business for not quite a year yet. Our biggest tip for people starting out is to just jump in with both feet, learn as you go, and hire a VA as soon as you can. That's probably been our biggest takeaway because we're both still trying to do everything, and to grow beyond where we are now, we have to have a VA. You have to be able to delegate.
So my number one tip for real estate photographers is to not do it all yourself. Got to grow a team, VA, photographer, whatever you need to do to delegate.
Hey, this is Asaf from Bills and Lenses Media in Scottsdale, Arizona. My tip for you is that the moment you understand that you're not running a photography business, but rather a services business, and your main focus is sales and marketing, this is where your unlock will happen, and this is when your business will really start growing.
My name's Sebastian with Wild Buffalo Media, and if I were to give you one tip, be where your feet are at. Trust the process. I feel like it's easy to compare your business to other businesses, and I think it's great to have those goals, but be content with where you're at and just be in the moment and take it step by step.
Hi, I'm Natalie. I work with Wild Buffalo Media, and I'm kind of starting my own media company. I would say something that has really helped me, because I've never done real estate videography before, is I would always take a deep breath before my shoot and ask God to give me his vision, not mine, so that he would work through me, and it's worked well for me.
All right, so I'm Chris with CST Media Productions. We've been doing real estate media photography now since 2020, so we've gone through the COVID fund, all that jazz. So we've had our business doing a great time, but I want to talk to you guys about reframing a lot of times. It's basically like, the art of the reframe. So no matter what you do and how good you get at things, things will go wrong, and you're going to look at yourself, feel like you're failing in your business. Like literally last month, we just hit $300,000 for the month and we only did 250,000 last year, and I still felt like we were failing in our business when I had a slow week. So one thing you can do, or if you have your client that you've worked with a while and they've moved on to somebody else, and it does hurt, let's be honest about it. So what you can do with that though is take it as an opportunity to reframe how you look at it and say, okay, maybe I lost a client that I like to work with a lot, but what is it that I can fix to make it even better? Like we have a guy in our area, he does a wonderful job. His social media is better than ours. So now we know we're going to improve on that. So we get that same quality with him too. And then we can both succeed together. So the reframe is one way that you can help yourself through those rough times that we all have. So take a shot at it, keep going, and you got it.
All right, I'm Bo with Arkansas Rim. We're located in Central Arkansas, and I would say if I had one tip, it would be that entrepreneurship, it's a lonely journey, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, we've got a community full of people here. I would recommend you plug into either a local community or the REPP community. It makes everything so much easier, and you can avoid so many of the mistakes that all of us fall into when we first start. And it's personally helped me grow my business where it's at today. So highly recommend getting plugged in.
Hi, my name is Sharon, CST Media Productions. My tip is to get on camera and post. I hate being on camera, but if I don't get on camera, how am I going to get my agents on camera?
I'm Warren McCarthy with McCarthy Media.
And I'm Daxie.
And our tip is to have fun with your team.
And get to know your VAs.
Hi, I'm Frank Epfrick with V1 Real Estate Photography and Video from Denver, Colorado. And my biggest tip is to personality sells. Okay, that is number one. You can be the best photographer in the world, but lousy personality, they are not going to like your photos.
Hi, I'm Nico with Snap Real Estate Media. I'm from Los Angeles, California, and my number one tip for real estate photographers is get the agent on camera. You make sure you get the agent on camera. It's going to help with their branding. It's going to get them comfortable with you, and it's going to help sell the property. They need marketing. They need branding. Help them get on camera so that they can be just as successful as you are.
So I'm Casper with Hickman Aerial. So number one tip for real estate photographers, if you're getting new, if you're in a smaller market like me, is just get physically in front of agents. So like Todd mentioned, proximity. So go to their events. Yeah, all that stuff. Just physically get in front of them, open houses. And that's the great way to get yourself known.
My number one tip for real estate photographers, it sounds crazy, but actually have a love and passion for taking care of your clients. So many other photographers in this industry will charge ridiculous fees. A $5 showing up late fee, a $10 remove the car in the driveway fee. I hate paying fees. I don't like paying for shipping whenever I buy a t-shirt. I would rather the t-shirt cost more and have free shipping. So what am I trying to say? Make your pricing to be inclusive of all the fees that you would need so that you can truly deliver a turnkey white glove experience. So anytime that your client needs something, whether it's a simple reshoot, like if, hey, they staged the home differently, or hey, there's a car in the drive, or there's shadows on the house, just take care of them. Love on your clients. It may cost you a little bit today, but you will reap a long-term harvest in the future.
What's going on, guys? My name is V Matsuk. If there's one tip that I would give to real estate photographers, real estate media agencies, show up consistently on social media. Guys, you don't have a leads problem. You don't have a other problem. You have a visibility problem. The more frequent you show up on social media, talk about what you do, share your story with your agents, with your clients, you will start getting results. Show up on social media.
Hi, my name is Alejandro Fregoso. I am Fregoso Photos. Going to do a branding change soon, but one tip I have for new real estate media professionals is to just go above and beyond for your clients. Have a heart to serve them. Go show up early and leave late. Make sure you guys help them turn off lights, clean up, move stuff, whatever it is. Just always go the extra mile for your clients. They'll remember that and they'll want to come back with you.
Hey guys, my name is Fernando and I'm with Linear Photography. If I had to give you guys some advice, starting your business, I would say, number one, declutter the house. Do not be afraid to move some things. And number two, get your scheduling all set up through Spyro. It's so much easier. You don't want people hitting you up all the time.
Hey there, my name is Johan De Olio from DOA Media, and my tip for you is that you have to find your pace. You're a unique person. You probably have some sets or settings that you want to follow every day. Be consistent on it and find your flow, find your pace, and you will be okay. I'm Simon Kaya from Kaya Media in Montreal, and what an awesome event. It was incredible. My number one thing I could tell you to is to bring as much value as possible to your clients and try to know them. I used to go to every event
real estate event that I could find, and just try to learn as much as possible, like about anything in the world of the real estate agents, and then you can really connect with them. And people want to work with people they know and people they trust. So that's one of my best tricks in the book for getting that trust and referrals and building a beautiful business and having fun as well.
My name is Diego Isabout. I'm with Media Kingsman here with Malachi, Media Kingsman. And basically, the tip we want to share today is just make sure you keep that value in your company. Don't lower your standards just because others aren't willing to meet you there.
And build camaraderie. That's a big part. It might
Gotta be like this.
Yeah.
Hey, I am Candy with Candy Coded Media from Alberta, Canada. My tip for real estate media professionals, sharing is caring, honestly. When you have behind the scenes or you see that they're posting an open house, you share that on your stories and that gets so much traction and it become a teammate for the realtor.
Hi, my name is Claude Nadeau from Candy Coded Media. The only tip that I have, and one that I've worked on for quite a while, is to perfect the ninja walk and take your time, breathe nice and slow, and be nice and smooth.
Hey, it's Chris Pallone. I'm with Noxu Media. And my number one business advice for new real estate media business owners in the beginning and forever, when you do the right thing for the right reason, the money will follow.
Hey, it's Mariah with Visual Appeal Media. My tip for real estate photographers is if you are not already, get your agents on camera. However you have to do it, get them on camera. After they get the video back, they're going to love it and they're going to be your fan forever.
Hey guys, my name is Zara. I'm part of the Moorfield Real Estate Media in Northeast PA. And one of the biggest things that I would suggest someone when they're starting off as a real estate media person is to find your village. I think having community around to see outside of yourself and outside of your business can help just stay focused in what it's important and why you're doing what you're doing in your business.
Hi, my name is Josh. I'm from Moorfield Real Estate Media. One tip for a real estate media company or somebody that's just starting, I would say be confident in your product. When you show up in front of the realtor, when you show up to the house, and when you're speaking to the homeowner, be confident that your photos are going to help sell that house and be proud of your work.
Hey guys, my name's Chris and I run Primetime Real Estate Media based out of San Diego, California. And my big advice to anybody starting this business is why not you? Why not your business? Why not your dreams and your goals? So go out there, make it happen, and know that your dream matters.
Hey guys, my name is John Muirhead. I'm out of Atlanta, Georgia. My biggest tip for if I was to restart my business and go into this is to hire a VA. Get somebody that can do all of your client acquisition and handle a lot of your morning processing and get that time back in the mornings. And also just pay for the additional tools that the REPP team offers. All of it is super beneficial. It might seem like a big thing up front, but it's going to pay off in the long run. Good luck.
Hey guys, I'm Annabelle. I'm with Jersey Pixel. I am the owner of the business. My biggest tip in itself is find ambitious people that are just like you. I think the reason why I say that is mainly is because they hold you accountable to hit those particular goals. They will be there to understand exactly where your pivotal roles are. If you have a particular problem, they're the ones to help you figure it out with a solution, simply for the fact that they have probably either encountered it or they're ambitious enough to get ahead of the problem in order to understand what those particular problems are ahead of time. I will say, like, having those essential people who are just as ambitious as you has helped each of us to elevate into like a 10K mark to even 15K mark. So I would say your biggest tip is find those essential people that are almost like your board, right? Your board of trustees. They will honestly make you laugh. They will honestly help you in order to grow, number one, personally and also business-wise. So that's my biggest tip for you.
I'm Clutch from Clutch Visuals Media. My word of advice would be delegate, delegate, delegate. You don't want to get to the point where you're too busy working in the business to grow the business.
Hey, I'm Keisarel Morales from Agape Moments Real Estate. And the only thing I have to say is don't let fear hold you back. I stay too long being scared of the what ifs and what if it doesn't work out. I just want to tell you, get out of fear and just move forward.
Hi, my name is Sherida Taylor with Real Estate Media for You. Um, I'm just starting on this, but I went full on. Just when you start it, learn from everything, everywhere, grab all the information there is. There's free information on YouTube. There is all kinds of groups that you can be part of, and just surround yourself with amazing people like this. Come for next year. Next year's conference, please, please, please come. And I'm so blessed to be here.
Hi, I'm Colleen Kidd from Three Palms Media, and my advice would be to do things before you feel ready. You're never going to feel ready. Just do it scared, so you can take a 4-week vacation to Italy.
All right, guys, it's Tim Kidd with Three Palms Media. The biggest tip I can give you is just take action. Don't hold back. Go for it. Push yourself to get out of your comfort zone and actually do things you don't know how to do. Don't be afraid to ask others. Don't be afraid to look up how things work. Just go ahead and do it. The second piece I would say is relationships. Relationships with your clients, relationships with your team. Those are the most important parts of this business. The photography becomes second, but that's what I have for you.
What's up, guys? It's Victor from Atlanta Media Co. One tip I would have is, honestly, if you're in rep coaching, be vulnerable with your coach. Your coach is the one that's going to help you get to your goal. And honestly, they look out for you. They care about you, okay? They spend so much time and effort. And I know as far as me, my coach, Christy, she does an incredible job. And she's always encouraging me. And the more I'm open, the more she can help me out in my business. So that's the tip that I would give you guys.
Hi, my name is Zaire. My business is SLC Property Media in Salt Lake City, Utah. One tip I have for real estate photographers is good communication with your real estate agents. Anytime you show up to a shoot, let them know. When you're leaving, let them know. Have that good communication and show them that you're genuinely interested in what you're doing and how you're helping them.
All right, so my name is Isaac with Upper Room Listing Media, and my number one tip for real estate photographers: if you're married, listen to your spouse. My goodness, the advice she gives me, I could have saved so much money and time if I would have just listened to her and not made the mistakes I made.
All right, well, my name is Suhey Castillo. I'm married to Isaac Castillo, owner of Upper Room Listing Media. And one tip I have to give is delegate, delegate, and delegate. Stop overthinking it and just do it. Just delegate. If you want your business to grow, stop bottlenecking it and just delegate. That's it.
Hi, my name is Eric from Logan and Eve Media. One of the tips that I would recommend, at least to all the photographers, is to have yourself on Instagram, do daily stories. Put your face out there. Let people know the person behind the camera. So I come up with the catchphrase. You don't catch me now? I'll catch you later. All right now. Bye.
Hi, my name is Darlene Knapp of Knapp Media in San Luis Obispo, California. And I'd say my number one tip for real estate photography is be consistent. Stay consistent with your clients. Stay consistent with your reach outs. That's number one. Be consistent.
Hi, Cassandra from NK Real Estate Media, and I just wanted to say that I've learned that you need to just start where you're at and go from there.
Hey, I'm Ryan Falkowski with Riley Jones Real Estate Media, and I just wanted to say a quick word about working with clients and being on the job, being the primary photographer. I'm seeing agents and property managers constantly. And just going above and beyond, I think, is something that can go a long way. Just helping move furniture around, showing up early, just having a conversation outside of business, just personal stuff, talking to homeowners and helping to make homeowners feel comfortable and recognizing that, this is something that's difficult for them. This is a difficult time in their lives, no matter where they're at, and doing anything to make them comfortable, make the agent look really good is always super helpful. So client relations is really the best part of the business.
All right, hi, I'm Ellen Falkowski with Riley Jones Real Estate Media. And one of the biggest takeaways I would say is communication. Communicating with your team is so important. Communicating with your clients, with the homeowners. So just always to make sure that you're in the same network, you're communicating, and I think that will make you, it will set you up for success in the future.
Hi, my name is Tanya Uremkiv, and I'm from Grand Junction, Colorado. I run a real estate media company with my husband called Blue Spruce Media. And the number one tip that I would give is hire faster, learn to fire, and let go of all the tasks that you think you need to do, because the people that you're hiring, they want to do that, and they will most likely do a better job than you.
Hi, my name is Ken.
I'm Alicia.
And we're with Lone Wolf Media. I think for me, the first thing that I would change if I were going to start my business over would be to involve my significant other a lot sooner. I did this for 2 years before actually handing over the reins of a lot of QC, um, uh, photography, different things, scheduling, all that other stuff. And I did that a few months ago, and man, our business has taken off, and we've been able to do a lot more. So again, if you have a significant other and you're able to involve them, do it as soon as you possibly can.
My name's Lucky Segura. I'm a partner with Omni Vista Productions, and I guess the number one tip that I would give if I were to restart is to, and you heard it a lot, but to trust the process and really dig into what REPP has to say. But not only that, just like any other aspect of life, if you can find a system and you can find mentorship, someone who's been through that system, then you can make it happen if you put the work in. So that's my number one tip.
I'm Jonathan with Lucent Real Estate Media, and my tip is whenever I go to a house where the seller is there, I always make it a point to compliment them on something in the house, whether they did a great job cleaning something or a feature of the house. And I try to do it when the agent is there so they can really feel like I'm part of the agent's team and I'm doing my best to take care of their client.
Hey, my name is Vladimir, and I'm actually located in Northeast Florida, and our company name is ARC Media. So actually, embarrassingly, I would say, is we've actually been in business for about 6 years now. And so through all this time, there's actually a lot of things that I wish I would have done different. So a lot of trial and error here. And one of them is hiring an admin early on, specifically even a photographer as well. So building at least a small team, things to take off my plate so that way I don't have to be on shoots and I could actually look for client acquisition and building the business a little bit further. So because I got to a point to where I was a little bit more stagnant and I couldn't do anything because I was just overly busy. So that's my biggest takeaway. Build a team first and then be able to support the volume and keep growing the business.
Hey everybody, my name is Keith Kersey. I'm the owner of Can Do Photo in Virginia. And my number one tip for anyone starting in this business is do not wait too long to raise your prices. I waited way too long, and I finally ran a report that showed me that my top selling service was my most expensive package. And that was a clear indication that I was leaving money on the table. So I raised my prices, and I got no pushback from any of my clients.
My name's Dayton. I'm with Real Value Media. And one thing that I wish I knew sooner, and also my number one tip for real estate photographers, would be to not rely on yourself and to invest in your team.
My name's Cameron Northcutt, and I own Northcutt Media Co. Our biggest tip is to help the realtor whenever you get to the house, whether it's moving furniture, cleaning up dishes around the sink, hiding trash cans. Realtors really, really appreciate that, and it's a huge, huge help.
I'm Colton with Essential Media. I'll go first here. One tip, I think it's really important just to be real, just to be authentic, be yourself, find a way to connect with an agent, have good conversation, and just make them feel good. So that's my tip.
I'm Hitesh with Essential Media, and for the early people that just started, I would suggest switch to Spiro. That's the biggest tip I can give away. Spiro is your best friend, and you got to utilize it.
Hi guys, my name's Katie Lewis and I'm with Weston Media. I would say the best tip I have is to utilize the online booking platform. It really helps streamline our process, and we want to get agents in the door, booked, and all set for their next shoot.
Hi, this is BJ and Lisa with Note Media. One tip that I can say that probably a tip for me is to stay consistent with cold calling and Instagram method. Whenever I don't do that, I don't do good. But every time I do cold calling or the Instagram method, I always get new clients. So yeah, that's a good tip.
Hello, I am Todd Kivamaki with Wow Video Tours and Spiro. And probably the number one tip that I could give you that I wish I would have known sooner was the fact to really, truly understand your clients. So I think for a long time, at least when I started, I was in my early 20s and I had never bought a house. I didn't know what the transaction looked like. I didn't even know what the names of these people were called. I called them realtors, and they're actually will correct you and say realtors. And just those little things that you begin to understand, and you understand what's important to a realtor and the way they work, then will allow you to serve them better because you understand them. And you can do those little nuances that show them you care, and they go, oh, wow, this person's different because they took the time to understand me. So get to know your clients, ask them questions, and good luck in all your success.
My name is Devin Pethel with Listis Pros out of Cleveland, Ohio. My tip is always have fun at your appointment. I think I learned this from Kevin, is pet the dog. Make sure your sellers are happy. Make sure your client's happy. Sometimes things get chaotic, but have a good time, and make the experience memorable, and your clients will come back.
Hey, my name is Jared Gilbertson from Beyond Limits Productions based in Northeast Pennsylvania. My tip for you is raise your prices. You're going to hear that a lot in this industry. If you start low, you're going to have a hard time digging yourself out of that hole. Take it from me. Start higher. Look at your competitors or your people in your area and do similar to them. It's the best thing you can do for yourself to get started.
Hi, my name's Amanda Kersey. I'm with Can Do Photo from Richmond, Virginia. And my tip for new people getting into the industry is to just show up. It's simple, it's easy. All you have to do is just figure out where the realtors are going to be, go to their little events that they have, and just be there. Show up with business cards in hand them out. Be friendly, smile, have a good handshake, and the rest is history.
Hey guys, my name is Philippe Charlot. I'm in Sarasota, Florida. Just hit my first 7K month in October. Things are feeling good, ready to grow. Just got Rep Engine as well. My favorite, or my one piece of advice I would give is really be vulnerable with your coach. Really tell them everything that's going on. When I first did my first 6 months of coaching with Ariana, I got a lot of value out of it. She helped me a lot, but there's a lot that I did not tell her until the very end. And luckily, I did tell her at the very end, so she was able to help me get to that next level before I joined forward. But just really make sure you're honest with your coach. It's going to take you a long way.
I'm T-Von Bass. My business is Max Vision Real Estate Photography. And my tip is to come to REPP 2026. So you'll learn a lot. I'm just starting out my business, and I just grew so much being here and learning all the experiences and everything from everyone. So that's my tip.
Hi, Sean Ford, A&R Real Estate Media out of California. I just started in REPP, so I'm just in coaching. So my tip is get out there. Don't be afraid. Even though I'm really afraid, don't be afraid. Get over, any hurdles you have to do it and just do it and show up, keep doing it, bring your family involved, get them involved for support and just have fun while you're doing it.
Hey guys, I'm Justin Erickson with Impression Studios out of San Diego. My number one tip is if it makes you feel uncomfortable, it means you should be doing it, and focus on making friends and building relationships when doing client acquisition.
Hi, my name is Brett Farmer, and I'm the owner of Farmer's Photos out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. If I was talking to my past self, I would have told him to get into this program 2 years ago because I've left a lot of money on the table not being in this sooner. And the other one is if you're uncomfortable, you're definitely doing the right thing, and just believe in yourself and keep doing what you're doing.
Hey everyone, my name is Alexis and my company name is Camera Tracker over in LA. And my first tip is that it's very important to network with every photographer, every media company in your local area. And you might think that it's a bad idea because they're your competition, right? It's contrary to logic, right? But I think it's really important, because you kind of want to build a team, It's always important to learn from others. And I think, instead of approaching it like he's my competition, I don't want to do anything, I don't want to have anything with him, approach him more or her as, hey, I want to learn from you. Can I shadow you? Can I follow you for a day? Can I pick your brain? I think that's a good attitude to have.
Invest in yourself.
I'm Chris with Lighthouse Studio in Seattle, and my tip is to focus on serving your clients. Every shoot we go to, every interaction I have, I think, how can I serve this client today, and how can the actions that I take serve my client? From service, everything else will follow.
I think it's really important to surround yourself with community. Like my business, Norman & Young, grew slowly because I wasn't surrounded by other people who were doing this. And so get community around you and your business will grow much more quickly.
Those were 100 tips from real media business owners who are actually out there daily learning, shooting, and sharing exactly what works. And a lot of these people are either just starting out their business or they've had their business for multiple years. So just know that if you are interested in this, there is a place for you. If you're curious about coaching or you honestly just want to learn how to start this, I'm going to put a link in the description below to where you can apply for a coach and chat about if this is a right fit for you. And I promise if you do this, there's going to be so much support behind you.